Alright guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, the Ask SSM video series, gonna do an update to a video I did a couple days ago, which was titled, "We had two good dates, she hinted at bedroom action and then dropped me because I gave her flowers." As a recap, that's about the guy who, a guy wrote in about his friend actually. His friend had been divorced twice, and now he's already back in the dating market and seeing the mess that it is out there, that is modern dating. Started talking to this gal, went on a couple dates with her, thought it was good. Apparently the dates were cheap dates, so did a good thing there. And prior to the third date, she was sending him pictures of her in the bathtub and things like that. So not exactly, in my opinion, after two dates, girlfriend material, and an example of the times we're in, the bathtub pictures. So he goes on the third date with her and shows up at her house with flowers, roses actually. Was the perfect gentleman, and like that, dropped him. Next day, not interested in him at all, and no bedroom action, I might add, because she hinted at bedroom action. No bedroom action. Next day, she dropped him, made up a bunch of BS, and he was wondering what the hell. And I told him in the story, and my response was, that's because you were coming off as Mr. Nice Guy. That you went on two dates with her. You don't treat girls you're dating and hookups, which this gal clearly was, as girlfriends. Roses and gifts, that's only for girlfriends. Girlfriends that are good to you, loving, loyal, supportive, all the positive things. Not some chick you went on two dates with, and obviously one that behaves like she has. A gal that sends you nudes of her after not even hooking up after two dates, that's not flowers material. That's not even girlfriend material. That's hookup material. And obviously he turned her off because she was looking for a guy to play with, not that nice guy, because she figured, flowers, he's fallen in love with me already, he's one of these types, I'm going to cut him loose. That was my interpretation. Anyhow, I said my whole thing, etc., etc. And warned him, don't do that again. No more dating while you're working on your second divorce. Really work on yourself, learn this material, blah, blah, blah. Now his friend wrote in with an update about the guy and his situation, what led him down this path, about his divorce, all that, which I thought a lot of you guys like to hear about, because I know some guys were asking about him in more details. So I'm going to cover it here and share my 2 cents. And his situation, this guy's from Australia. I was going to show you guys that what guys deal with here in the West, as in like the United States, is no different down under. Same freaking thing. So he starts off, he says, "Hi SSM and community. Just an update and clarification about the pay for roses a gate." He says, when Tony met his second wife, we'll call her Bitch Face. That's an appropriate name for an ex. He really was red-pilled. He was aloof, had plenty of gals on the hook, but Bitch Face, I'm going to just say BF for now on because I don't want to do anything that give YouTube an excuse to give me a hard time. BF fawned all over him, and the bedroom aerobics were all by all counts first class. I suppose you can guess what she was. Yes, a single MUM. With 2 preteen boys before her first marriage. And of course, he picks the single MOM to marry. Bad idea. He took on the boys as his own, and things proceeded as they do. After a few years, the SEX completely dried up. Shocker. He had the first class SEX with this single MOM, or in Australia, single MUM, and the second that she roped him in, someone to take care of the bills, take care of her boys, boom. The XCX dried up. Shocker. It says here, from almost daily to pre-menstrual days only. Then Tony suffered a near-fatal accident at work where he broke his neck. Holy shit. He was hospitalized for months, and when realized, was confined to a bed for more months until he had a surgery and slow physiotherapy, and finally he was about to get around again. He was off work for almost a year, and when he returned to work, it was light duties. Man, that's terrible. Now listen how his ex now treated him while he was in bed and all that. During his recovery, BF was his nurse and controlled access to who he could see and where he could go. How his money was spent. Because of his injury, he was totally reliant upon her. Oh Lord, and you're going to see, if you didn't think you saw her true colors before with the SCX dried up, now you're really going to see her true colors. At this time, all his family and friends and mates were cut out of his life. He could only see her friends and family. Hang on here. You telling me that his mom and dad and family couldn't come to the door and say, no, we're going to see our son here? That she actually stopped them? You got to be kidding me. But this shows you how evil she was, or is. I witnessed a slow decline in his mental health and she isolated him. So, no sex from her and the abuse from her really started. I was visiting one afternoon and she came home from shopping. She just glanced at him and asked how his specialist appointment was. So he told her. She just gave him the withering look and said, and I quote this because I will not forget this, "You're just an effing walking medical nightmare, Tony." This is the loving wife she's supposed to be. That's terrible. And this is to the guy that took her in, a single MUM with kids. And this is how he's treated. It's amazing to me how the bait and switch. So this is what I tell guys. If you're going to get married and how the gals, so many, not all, but so many of the gals are today, you got to take your time. Years spending with her through thick and thin, easy, good times and bad times to see what she's really like. In fact, it would be bad if somebody getting together with a gal who they're thinking of marrying had a minor medical issue and see how she handled things then. Was she loving and supportive, helped him, took care of him, or is she behaving like this? And of course, all these other things, how she is with money, communication, all that. This poor guy. He tried to blow it off, but by that time I'd witnessed her abuse over the last year and I stopped engaging in being nice to her with her except hello and goodbye. He started to see the red flags and tried to get the relationship back on track. Started to see the red flags? We could all see the red flags quite well. But she was having none of that. They managed to have a son on their own, and there was always tension from her. Did they have a son after all this? You gotta be kidding me. He stayed for his son. So after another few years, he decided it was time to go as it was a loveless marriage. In Australia, like so many other parts of the world, is a no-fault divorce country. Of course. He moved out and was renting privately for a while whilst the divorce was going through, but it was costing so much he left with a SFA. SFA in Australia means sweet fuck all. So now he's at my place. Well, you're an awesome friend for taking him in and letting him rebuild some money and figure things out. And of course, showing him my channel. So believe me, he owes you many Fosters or whatever the hell y'all drink down there. He's trying to get his man card back, but it's a long process after the years of abuse. He can do it. I have absolute faith in your friend. He gets dozens of contacts from women on dating sites, and I point out the sixes that the girls keep asking for. They've asked how much money he makes, how much money he has in the bank, what does he do for a job, what type of car he has, does he own or rent his own house, if he's got another house, where would she and her kids live there? It is mind-boggling. So to the date the other night, and my story to you, I sent it to him, and he is wearing your smack with pride because he's fair dinkum. You earned it. Okay, some Aussie lingo there. So right there, it's no different down under than it is up here. Ask him what you do for a living, your job, how much money you have, how much money you have in the bank, your car, etc., etc. Now, I got no problem with certain things, wanting to know certain things about a guy, but right here. And the question is, these gals that ask these things, what do they bring to the table? And I'm willing to bet you, probably not a whole lot. We spoke about the roses and legal action. He said he just did it to piss her off as she jerked him around. So now she has replied that she will report him to the police and seek an apprehended violence order because of his demand. Oh, for goodness sake. Drama, drama, drama. He just responded, good luck with that, as there's no threat except for the one that you just issued. But also remember that the graphic nude photos that you sent to me actually go against the Telecommunications Act, and if she wanted to go there, he would supply her photos to the police and make a complaint. I'm sure she stopped her complaints. Then told her not to contact him again and blocked her. After seeing your YouTube about him, he knows he's stuffed up and he was slipping, and that he would double down to his Crimson Man, get his man card back. Yeah, your bro here, as I said before, is forbidden for me and the community of ever getting married again. No freaking way. Also, I forbid your friend from dating until his divorce is completely settled. This guy, your buddy here, needs to spin up. If you're watching this, bro, so hello. No fucking dating. Deactivate, uninstall those dating apps on your phone, and I want you to focus on you. I want you to watch one of my videos, or at least somebody like me, every day. You're learning something new every day. Hear the horror stories. Learn. The more you watch of me and other dudes, you'll get better. Read books on self-help, self-improvement. Focus on you. Focus what you want to do with the rest of your life. Go to the gym, exercise, hang out with your bro. Your bro here who's writing in, who's helping you. Talk about these videos, what you learned from them, all that. And pick out and learn. I want you, literally, man, to watch these videos so much that when you hear these stories, you know how they're going to end before I even finish them. That's when you know, guys, that you're getting this stuff, that you can see from a mile away where the guy's screwing up. Really. But no dating, and certainly no marriage ever again. He says, I do believe this will happen, but it will take time and all the information from yourself and other content creators. I do have another story about one of his first dates a few months ago, but that's another story for another time. Oh, please send a story. I like hearing stories from dudes all over the world because it shows it isn't just here. So by all means, send another horror story. Lots of details. We all like it. So to all my brothers from other mothers, let this story and SSM guide you back to the light and be better men. Cheers. Well, I'm certainly hoping for that. So again, I gave my advice to your friend. No marriage, no dating. Focus on you. You're going to be okay. But it goes to show you guys, this crap happens all over the freaking world. This is why I do this. So that sharing these stories can help dudes out. But you know what? I couldn't do all this without you guys. You guys are great about sending in your personal stories. When I first started this channel, it was primarily news articles. And then people would send me these crazy freaking stories on Reddit, which were great to draw in a crowd, but they were more entertainment. Let's be honest here. You learn some things, but they're entertainment. That's why I started the other channel, They Did What, which you all should subscribe to for entertaining stories or to help me. But when you guys send your personal stories, it's great because they're from real dudes that subscribe to me, that sharing their stories from all over the world. We can all learn from this, okay? I've become better and more knowledgeable just from your stories. And it's helped me help you guys out. So there really is a community here, and I'm so glad that I'm able to help you and you guys are to help me. It's a great system we have here. So brothers, I wish you luck. So definitely send your story. And so again, good luck, man. You're going to be okay. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below what you think about this. Let this guy know in the comments section if you want to hear the story about this dude's first date. Seems like we like these train wreck stories, but we get to learn from them. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.